Hi there everyone, how's it going? This is Matt the Tomato right here. Welcome back to our SimCity 4, where the region is one big city. We are currently building up Mint Waters here, which is the request city from Retro Green. One thing to note, in between sessions, is I increased the funding a little bit for the schools. They weren't quite hitting the top, they were around about 2,400, we had it around 2,500. So I've just popped it up to 3,000 just to obviously make sure that we have enough capacity. But overall, eventually we are going to need to build another school somewhere relatively soon. Obviously, the hospitals is still an issue. We still need hospitals, so that's going to cost a lot of money, which we will have to invest into relatively soon. Right, so I have noticed that there are some slightly higher wealth buildings popping up in and around. It was down here. Yeah, we've got a high wealth building over here, so that's not too bad. That is, however, abandoned. So obviously we had some high wealth for a little while, and then it changed. So I think that not having a hospital is a humongous factor for sure. So we definitely need to get a hospital quite soon. Right, okay, so there are a few, in particular the commercial area is pretty good actually. There's a lot of medium wealth over in the commercial section, so I'm hoping that that might develop up a little bit more as we go forward. I was just wondering how we were doing for water. I think we're doing okay at the moment. Yeah, we're not using a lot at the moment, but as we build more dense buildings, we're going to start using up quite a bit of water. Okay, so let's continue zoning in some dense commercial. Over this way. That should be fine. That should also be fine. Yeah, let's zone in a little bit more dense commercial over there. Get the time accelerating there to get some more buildings in. Sure, we'll probably do that at some point. Ooh, Hollywood has come to Mint Waters. Excellent. So this is the movie studio. Okay. Do we want to put that in the centre? Not really. We probably actually this would be a good spot for it, somewhere out here. So let's put the movie studio over there. That's going to be fine. We can maybe build a few bits and bobs around it, like some shops or something like that. So you can imagine that maybe maybe the people working there will go shopping. Number of outtakes. Okay, so it currently doesn't have any power. Of course, it doesn't. Thinking about actually maybe I'm going to make this into like a medium density commercial area here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So the movie studio might increase a little bit of land value, but let's make sure maybe we've got some other bits and bobs. So in a large plaza over there, and actually let's go ahead and dezone. Actually, yeah, let's dezone this. Put in a building there, and then slap a large plaza in the middle of that. That's probably going to be fine. There we go. So that'll just increase a little bit of the land value. Bearing in mind that it is actually close to the motorway, so that's really easy access to get to this. You come off the motorway, and there it is. This is a big old commercial area. Jolly good. Okay. Right, so we actually don't have a lot of demand for high wealth at the moment, and I think that is because possibly the lack of the hospital, but also other reasons. Maybe some more parks required. Maybe we want to drop some of the taxes for some of the high wealth. That's also a possibility. So maybe let's look into that then. So let's go and pop up the low wealth tax to 10 and drop the high wealth to 4. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to drop the high wealth to 4. And increase the low wealth to 10, because we want to actively promote medium and high wealth properties here. So it may well be that some sort of transition might happen. So yeah, there's still generic demand for low wealth. Brilliant. Okay, so we might actually see... Yeah, so the issue with doing that is we have actually greatly affected the overall demand for properties. So maybe, yeah, so there's a little bit of demand for high wealth just kicking in there, so perhaps we might want to maybe put in some more parks and things like that. But looking at the money we got, I think we are going to have to go with a hospital here. We're probably not going to be able to afford it straight away, but definitely some form of hospital is going to be required. because yeah, it's getting really serious. So I'm actually going to go ahead and lob it all the way to, well, it's going to be well over capacity, but we're just going to put it at 3,000 because then it costs exactly £1,000. So, but they're definitely going to, yeah, they're already complaining. Yeah, that is a thing. So, yeah, massive. In fact, we need probably 4 hospitals to actually be able to fix that problem. So, yeah, residential demand is proper low at the moment. We will fix that in due course. We may have to manipulate some more of the taxes. But at the moment, the commercial demand is still fine. So let's go ahead and pop in some more commercial where we plan to put that in there. I think I'm going to go all the way up to here as well with the commercial. So if we do this, yeah, let's do that. There and there. That's a bit of an odd sort of place to put that, but I'm just going to lob in another large plaza on that corner there. I realise there's a few already in here, but you know we need more large plazas, so we need to make sure that that land value is still nice and high, with a view to obviously being able to develop that up a little bit more. So yeah, okay, yeah, so we're actually seeing a little bit of movement over in this dense area here. I've just noticed that a few different buildings have popped up. And yes, we are actually seeing a few medium wealth buildings starting to pop in here. We've even got some high wealth at the back. So that's really good. So maybe we could increase the land value a little bit further over here. There's actually a little bit of space in the back there, so maybe let's go with a couple of medium flower gardens on that side, just to maybe pop that up a little bit higher. Might just help a little bit with that land value. They have got some, you know, it's not too far to get to the elevated rail either. So you know, there's definitely potential. I'm just going to lob in a right. Businesses want the airport. Well, that's interesting because I'm not going to build it in this section. I'm just going to pop in a commercial building in there, just a random commercial building. Should be all right. Yes, I know, yeah, they're definitely whinging about that. So, but yeah, interestingly, the medium wealth demand is now a lot higher. So, if we were, yeah, so they're pretty high. So how much? It's about 1,000. So we could not quite afford that at the moment, but we might be able to if we build a little bit more residential. There is demand for medium wealth, so we might be able to. Yeah, see, it's not brilliant. I don't really want to put it on that roundabout, to be quite honest. Build a little bit there. No, I don't even want it like that, to be honest. We start it there. No, that's not correct. So if I start it here, yeah, that was better. So something like that's probably going to be okay. And let's put in a playground in there. That'll be okay. Yeah, that's fine. Where is the closest subway stop here? Right, there is actually one on the corner. It is busy. Maybe another stop in here might not go amiss. Somewhere around this way? I don't know, maybe. That's obviously going to be space for a hospital, so yeah, it could well be that we require a little bit more. Whoops. Okay, let's do that, and I'm going to extend that road to connect over there. Should be fine. Right, yeah, so this residential will grow very slowly now, because obviously we have impacted the demand quite greatly here. There's a lot of lovely commercial buildings popping up over this way though, yeah, and there's more office advantages wanted, so part of me is tempted to actually expand the commercial section here, and maybe go a little bit further out, so maybe go with these here as well. So, if we decided to do that, then we'd need a few more large plazas and stuff like that, but at the moment, That's better. Yeah. Okay. Let's go with something like this. Where is... There we go. We're going to go with... Let's rotate this around. 2 big, large plazas there. And maybe a medium one? In there. There we go. So that should be alright. And yeah, just further develop the commercial interests. Now, obviously, the more we do that, the more they might decide, hey ho, we really want an airport now. But I don't know. It also might be worthwhile to maybe create another like branch of the elevated rail, which wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create also stops that notification from coming up. The elevated rail, bus, and there we go, bus and subway stop. So the subway here is basically, we're just going to run this down to there. So it's just one more stop basically that goes down there. Then if we go back to elevated rail, we can join in with this. So it's a little bit awkward that you have to sort of, yeah, it's slightly awkward, but I suppose we could, yeah, no, there's no point because I'm not actually stopping there. But it's more of a little branch that will come off of here, and that allows like a little bit more connection over to this southern section here, because at the moment there's not a lot of public transport connection there. But yeah, just a small branch coming off of there is going to be fine. So if you were heading over to sort of this section of the city, you'd probably use the subway as opposed to the elevated rail, whereas if you're heading over here, you'd use the elevated rail. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be a better move to do that. Right, we can build another hospital just about. I will make sure that we can afford it, though, through the building of some more commercial properties. That is annoying. Okay, we'll have to do that. And then... that's even more annoying. Yeah, something like that's going to be okay. That's going to be a spot there for another medium plaza, though. So let's put that in there. It's just because of the diagonal routes of the elevated rail and stuff like that. They are a little bit frustrating when it comes to building some stuff like that, but nah, it'll be alright. So if we expand on the commercial section, we should be able to afford another hospital. Yeah, okay, let's put in another hospital then. So we're going to go and shove it in over this side. There we go. Also, the advantages of building up more commercial is that we don't increase the capacity of the schools either. So we could also maybe do with a college, which is probably another possible idea for increasing the wealth here. We have solar power available now. Oh, the golf course. Yes, absolutely. Right. We'd like to fit this in. Can I fit it in there? Oh, it's so close to being able to fit in there. Okay, yes, the golf course will be exceptional for the land value here. So... okay, so if it went there, then I can bulldoze this. This is probably not the most amazing part of the map to put this in, but yeah, definitely... yeah, let's get the golf course in there. I'm not actually going to connect that up though, so I'm going to leave that be. Can I build a road under there? Can. Okay, let's do that. So that's going to be slap bang in the middle of the map, so that might influence a lot of this area, hopefully. I should probably maybe shove it in there instead. But no, definitely that's going to increase a lot of land value. New Mayor's Monument, okay, fairly expensive up front, so we'll hold off on that a little bit longer here. But yeah, there's quite a lot of upgrades happening now. I've just seen a lot of upgrading properties there in this area, so there's a few places that have gone from medium to Water's Mayor, Colossal Honour, excellent, the big statue, cool. Okay, oh, the zoo. Okay, that might be an interesting one to go for as well. This is a medium wealth apartment. Lovely. Okay, so we're slowly getting towards that big goal there of getting high wealth in, you know, big time. Cool. Okay. Yeah, a lot of buildings just developed there, which is really good to see. So again, obviously the hospital... Ah, okay, that's interesting. So actually, one more hospital might see us over the line here. In fact, one more hospital will see us over the line. So let's continue zoning in a bit more commercial. Only in this bit here, though. So basically, I'm going up to here. This is probably going to be a residential section. And then I'm going to zone in here for commercial, and then the rest is hopefully going to be residential, if we can stimulate the demand. So let's do that. Let's also pop in a couple of bits on there. Then that seems okay to me. I will, however, go in and throw 2... Actually, we're going to go with 4 medium plazas in there, so it's a nice big plaza area that's roughly in the middle of where things are. Some more buildings along here. Yeah, I'd rather do it like that. Yeah, slightly annoying, but oh well. And I'm also going to go ahead and do that, but I'm also going to de-zone that corner, because that's obviously wrong. And then we're going to go with a large plaza in the middle there. That should hopefully be okay. Right, so once those commercial buildings are built up a little bit more, I think I'm going to shove in another hospital, and I'm probably going to put it... that's all commercial, isn't it? So I'm probably going to put it somewhere over here. Maybe spread it out a little bit more. Stock market, lovely, yes. Well, that's really annoying, because I would love to have shoved that somewhere in here. I tell you what, I will actually put it... See, I'd like it somewhere in the middle. See, this isn't that impressive here, so let's put it in there. Put a street in there like that. Yeah, that'll be okay. So I'll put the stock market in there because then it's relatively central to the commercial area, so that will improve the commercial interest quite significantly. Okay, jolly good. Right, right. So the demand for medium wealth residential is now huge. So we can maybe work towards that. So we actually have a little bit of room here. So what the first thing I'm actually going to do here is not exactly high on the priority list, but I'm actually going to go ahead and build another police station that is going to cover this area here. So people will feel a little bit safer with a local police station. I could have built the one with the helicopter, but I've just gone with the large police station for now. So let's go ahead and put in some bits here. So firstly, we're going to zone some dense residential. So I'm going to do this. I'm also going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to do it a slightly different way here. Like that. So this is one of the best ways to actually, if you're really going for it, this is one of the best ways to actually get massively high wealth areas. So you build blocks like this, 9 by 9, and then put some sort of large flower garden or something in the middle, and you just do that for blocks and blocks and blocks, and that's a really top way of actually getting some really, really big buildings. We haven't obviously done that here, but at the same time we're still getting some of these tall buildings that are popping up here. In particular, I've just spotted this one. That's also a medium wealth residential. That's good. And we've also now got some more offices zoning in here, which is great. So the notion that we've got offices is obviously that was where the demand was. A new preparatory school, okay. Will that not slide in there? Oh, it doesn't quite slide in there. That's slightly frustrating. Will, however, go in there. So let's put that over there like that. That'll be fine. So you're in the classroom and then the elevated rail goes past. Good. Okay, so we're seeing a few more buildings there. Right, let's get a hospital over here. So let's plan. Whoops. Let's plan for that here. So I decided to start from the wrong corner there. So like this. It's irritating as hell when it does that because the demand is relatively low. And then we're going to go with the hospital on that side. So I'm going to keep doing this. Sure, that's okay. And then we're going to go with a large medical centre Oh, I underestimated that. Whoops. So I'm going to put it there then. Okay, Disease Research Centre. Okay, because we built our third hospital. There we go. And obviously, I'm then going to go in with another large flower garden in the middle there. So now that we've got another hospital there, we've also built a bit more residential. We're probably going to need another school. Growing city now cries out for more juice. Okay. So, power plant. We could go with solar. Costs a lot more though, so I'm just going to build another oil one. So I'm just going to go ahead and build that. And then we obviously subsequently need to build some more residential stuff. I'm actually going to go with another block of commercial in here though, because I think that's worthwhile. There's some localized commercial for that area as well, so that's probably going to be worthwhile to do. So I'll build a bit more commercial in there. So now we've balanced the books again. Okay, we've got some bigger buildings, medical staff. Okay, do we actually... Oh, it's ever so slight. Oh, that's really annoying. I was hoping that maybe that would actually sort the problem. But then we have actually increased the capacity of people since, so that is true. We've got a hospital here. We've got the school. Okay, the schools aren't doing too bad, but we probably are going to want another one relatively soon. So yeah, that's probably going to be a thing. Yeah, more office advantages. Yeah, of course. So we generate a lot of commute traffic here, which doesn't necessarily help your roads very well, but cool. Okay, so again, the medium and the high wealth is still in massive demand here. So I was thinking maybe money. Yeah, I was thinking maybe we could possibly put in probably not the university, but maybe the sports stadium. Doesn't cost a lot of money. So if we maybe put this in, actually that's a perfect spot for it. Let's pop that in over there. And we'll put in a little bit of... Okay, the Major League Stadium has been proposed. We'll put in a bit of commercial at the back over this way. And a little bit in here as well, because then it's sort of around where the stadium is. We could probably maybe do with... Get a couple of medium plazas in that section. That'll be okay. So a little bit of commercial around where the stadium is, and then we'll build residential around it. At the end of the day, people don't want to live too close to stadiums. But then, if you live in a tall tower block on this side, then you've got a cracking view over the stadium there. You don't even have to like buy a ticket or anything. You can just. Okay, that's a very big plot. Interesting. Maybe I want to de-zone that and try again here. Yes, I do. Okay, sure. And the most irritating thing on earth is even when you hit shift. Yeah, okay, let's do this then. There we go, jolly good. And that particular spot in there is actually crying out for a soccer field. Let's put that in there. So again, boot your football too high, ends up on the elevated rail, and obviously you've lost your ball, but also you might cause a bit of a problem on the train line. It's one of those things. It happens. Cool. Okay. So we're still doing okay for monies, but we're doing relatively okay at the moment. I actually feel relatively confident lobbing in another school here. So let's put in a large elementary over there. That should have the same funding as the previous ones, but depending on how much money that's actually requiring. So yeah, there's actually possibly a bit of room to decrease some funding on some of these schools. They don't need that much. So let's go down to like 2,500-ish on all of these. I've got to find the other one. There it is, it's in there. Okay, right. So we can drop that a little bit. All of those, so it spreads out the school, but also we could damn do with a college here. College would be really helpful, because a lot of people have gone through elementary school now, and obviously they are not able to progress further than that, which they should be able to. I can't remember how much a college actually costs, though. Oh, there's also high school. We need to go through high school, that's true. We might want to build a large one, though. to educate everybody in this area. There's going to be a massive demand, so yeah, that's the only issue, is it costs so much money. City College is actually 1,000. Okay, fair enough. So there might be some room to develop that a bit more. Yeah, medium wealth is the way to go at the moment. In fact, there's some like mansions over here. That's kind of interesting. That's perfect. Can't argue with that. We will go ahead and let's put in a large park green. We haven't put one of those in for a while. Let's put in a park green over there. That'll be fine. So continue to encourage growth. Overall though, yeah, so we've got some high wealth shops here. So actually most of the high wealth properties are in fact commercial properties, whereas we really haven't got that many high wealth residential. So yeah, there's medium wealth, there's plenty of that. There's more high wealth at the back over this way, yeah, so there's plenty of medium wealth, so we're nearly there. Jolly good. Yeah, they want the airport, of course they do. 138,000 people living here. We're still making a bit of money, not much, but we're making a little bit of money. Bearing in mind though that our hospitals are still over capacity, so we'll probably need another one down here. Right, I'm actually going to go with more commercial over here. I've decided that being around the stadium, it should be commercial. Ooh, that's awful. Get rid of that, please. That might be a spot for a tennis court, though. So let's put that in there. Excellent. Okay. Industry needs room to expand. Yes, we will need to put some more industries in one of the industrial estates relatively soon. That's true. Cool. Okay. So still some good development, but yeah, we're just lacking on a few of the facilities here, but also we need to build a couple more of those reward buildings. So the hospital here is going to be the next priority. Yeah, let's pop in another hospital. Not police, not fire. No. Ah, there we go. The hospital. So let's build that over there. And then we'll pay for that with some more dense residential buildings. I would like to think over there. And then maybe something like that. So let's also put in some bits. Let's go with medium flower garden and another one there. That'll do. So we'll pay for that with some new residential. Which might take a while to grow because again the demand really isn't there. So in saying that, we have just built a big tower block there. So it will take a while for the demand to actually sort itself out there. And this bit in here is probably going to be some more commercial. So if we go commercial there and there, let's do that. And are there any possible reward buildings we can fit in there? To be fair, we could probably build that. Let's put the disease research centre in. Let's put that in there. That obviously costs a fair bit of money, but at the same time it does actually reduce the amount of people that go to hospital. So we'll put that in that corner there. So hopefully there'll be less people going to hospital now. So we're actually at capacity for hospitals now, so we've curbed that problem. Only temporarily though. There are some more higher wealth businesses popping up in here though, which is great. And we're now making money again. So the tallest building is this one, I think, at the moment. The Graham Apartments. I think that's the tallest building. But there's another one over there as well. Although the power plant might actually still be the tallest building. Not sure. We could maybe build like a landmark or something like that if we wanted to, like a big, one of the big tall landmarks. Like, yeah, we could build one of those that, like, you know, sticks out a little bit more, but not much reason to. I like building some of the landmarks though. It's, you know, nice big landmark in the middle of the city, can look quite good. So taxes are fluctuating massively here. Oh, there's two rather nice buildings coming up here. Okay, what are these? High Wealth Commercial Offices. Lovely. I think they're the new tallest buildings now. They're slightly taller than the Graham Apartments. Jolly good. Excellent. Can't argue. How are we doing? Medium wealth is still the thing. Medium wealth offices. Okay. We could maybe manipulate some more taxes, but let's have a look at some of these ordinances here. Free clinic program, yeah. No, most of these are either expensive or not necessarily needed. We do, of course, we're spending a lot on ordinances, to be fair. Like a lot of these we wouldn't normally have, but we are actually spending a fair amount on ordinances. So yeah, we still don't get rid of that much garbage to Railbury, but that's fine. We spend a lot. So most of our money is actually on health and education that we are spending money on here. Make a little bit of money back on the transport here. In fact, no, the transportation is actually profitable at the moment, which is kind of interesting. We could invest a bit more money into mass transit if we wanted to, but I don't think we need to. So we can go a little bit higher, but we don't really need to. So we can just afford to not have to do that. So yeah, these are beautiful. Love these. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Dense residential all across there is going to be fine. And let's go with some medium park green in the middle there. It looks really odd, doesn't it? Because it looks like it's just literally is just a green. That is all it is. It's just an area of greenery is what that is. But yeah, that's okay. We can put that in there. That will sort of, you know, maybe stimulate a little bit of medium wealth over there. But yeah, the residential is slow going because of the tax system that I've got here. So if I drop the medium wealth residential a little bit more, then we might see some further development. So if I do manipulate this a little bit, so if we go to 3.5, that's okay. Let's go to 6.5. So we'll drop the tax a tiny bit. We'll go to 6.5. Yeah, let's further drop the taxes here for the... We'll be okay, yeah. Sure. So that's obviously going to cost us a little bit of money, which we're going to have to make back. So let's get a little bit more commercial in here. Need to go over there, do I? That seems a bit silly. So let's just do that instead. And we'll go with some. Let's go with a couple of medium plazas in there. Okay, right. So that's it for now then. So cheers for watching, guys. This has been myself, Matt the Tomato. Be sure to subscribe to follow the series, and join me next time for more SimCity 4 and our playthrough here, where the region is one big city.